Hello YouTube friends. In this video we are going to see about static files and how we can implement that static files in Django template language. So we have covered in the tutorial series, we have covered many things like introduction, prerequisite, how implementation, installation, and condition loops and models and objects. So far we have covered all these things. So if you have not watched my videos, previous videos, I suggest you. I will place the playlist in the video description. Please go and watch this and come back because it is continuation from that video. So I've ran the server. This is where we left off in the last video. This doesn't looks good, so we are going to slightly modify it to make it good, and we'll add one images so that we. Now what is our step is like now we include a step that we can learn it. We are not going to make it complicated or so much things to include it. We have to step by step. We are learning simple concepts. So in this video, we are going to do how static files we can handle, especially CSS and image. So the server is running, and let me just delete this one because I want to create the from the beginning. Yeah. To create a static file, I am going to create one folder in the package. Just it's called assets. You can create however you want. Either people usually create in Django assets or static. I will go with assets, and I will create one more static folder CSS. And in this CSS, I will place all the CSS folders, maybe probably JavaScript. But in this video, we are not going to cover any JavaScript, but whatever that we are covering in CSS, same will be applicable in JavaScript. And there is nothing difference as how to handle the static files. Okay, and also the images. Okay, so CSS, we will create a main file, main.css. Okay, we have created it. I'm not going to explain the more thing about CSS because it's not about CSS and it is UI based. We are not here to learn CSS, but I have copied some codes, and I will explain how the container works, and we'll move on to that. Okay, and especially we are going to handle the blogger page alone. So I'm going to open the blogger. Oh yeah, CSS will be like all these blogger will be in index body. So when we apply body, when we apply some CSS stylish, it directly will apply, and the index itself it will apply to blogger. So what we have to do is in index we have to link a CSS file. This the created CSS file we have to link it. How do we link it? Just create link. It's a standard HTML and CSS link format. It is nothing to do with Django. You can check Google, and then you can copy paste it. If you cannot learn it, it's simple like style sheet. Usually it will be there like that, and there are many CSS framework available in the open source like Bootstrap or Materialize something. You can directly use it. It's just to learn how to implement the CSS or static files. It's not about making a beautiful framework, but how to apply a CSS file. That's what this is about. Style sheet, and next will be type. Here for CSS we will use text and CSS. For JavaScript there is a difference in text to JavaScript something. So just change there, and here href. Href is a link that will be given to either CSS or the file path. Okay, I will be giving assets now. CSS, but we have to modify many things. Let me just give it, and then we will modify. This is how we usually give, but for Django we have to do some kind of static file handling things. Okay, for that to handle a static file, to load a static file in Django, we have to give load static. Load static. And yes, this is one step. And next, to get the static files, we have to add that in settings. Go to settings, and we have to add static file folder here. For that, I'm not going to explain each and every step. It's just a configuration things. What we will do is that go to the Django documentation, we'll just copy paste. It's nothing. It's not much to learn. It just we need to copy paste the settings or configuration. It will work fine. Okay. This is the static URL which we can see here. Next step, what we will do is that to load static files, we will just see load static, and you can any like images or anything you can search like this. Okay. And this one we need to copy paste it. Static URL directories, so that when it loads, it will look for this directory. At the end of the settings.urls, you can just copy paste it. The next step would be just copy paste this, but in project folder URLs, not app URL. In project folder URLs, just include both the library, and in URL patterns you can just add these things. We added the static root, right? So just add here, simply add it. And what else we need to do? And we have not added anything in main.css. Let us run it. It should be working. So we didn't add anything in main.css. So let's come back here. I did load statics. I just included static files, and I included load static, and I added a settings on static file directory, and I included the static file URL, this URL here, and added the libraries. Okay. Yes, I think pretty much done. But what we have to do is that before in HTML, this like this is not a static file path. For this, we have to give um, 1 minute. For this, yeah, here we need to give assets instead of statics, because we created assets folder, right? So assets should work. To call these assets, what we have to do in index, this has to be a Django Jinja format. So call the static, and we don't need these assets because we are already calling it, and we can change this entire thing. Should be in double quotation. This should be in single quotation, so that it will differentiate it. And pretty much that's it. Hope this should work fine, but we didn't assign anything, so it won't. Oh, something spelling mistake. Yeah, static. We are just, yeah. So I have a bunch of codes. First, these are the things that will modify to some beautiful content. But what I will do is that I will just change the body alone. Okay, because that will change the whole thing. Go to main.css and just copy paste it. And what I did is I given some padding, and I changed the font. That's it. In body, the whole blogger thing is available in body. If you see here, this is the body. So body has h1 header and the app name, and what we have, the whole body content. This will be dynamically called the blogger, because we are calling the blogger app. So let's refresh it. Nothing happened here. CSS, we had body. We had included this one here. Settings.py is okay. Index static. Load static is good. me.css. Is it this one? Yeah, sorry, this was the wrong. Okay, this has to be like this. So you could see the page, like it becomes padding. Okay, this is how usual website will look like. There will be there will not be content left and right end. It will adjust based on the resolution, but this is the ideal things. There are many things you can change with the bootstrap or materialize, but we are not going to learn. We are not going to directly implement or integrate those things. Instead, we are learning the how to add, how to work with static files in Django temporary language. This is really good. And if you want, like you seen like only the I did change the body. Maybe I will include, if you see the now buttons, right? This is not this is not usually good, but I had only one button. I'll just copy paste this. Let's check whether the button, how the button works in the main. Immediately after changing it, you could see button is good. So this is how I might change this site name. It's no longer meaning, so we'll just have this here is a Google site. Instead I will just change it to our YouTube channel name, and copyright also our YouTube channel name. With me, maybe this isn't required because every loop we have one thing, and in Blogger we can have one more thing because it looks it's kind of wrongly things. So this would get adjusted. I think this is good. Okay, we haven't saved this. So, yeah. So this looks good. We can add one image and learn those things, and then we'll complete this tutorial for this. We had images. I have images in one folder. These we have two blocks. We'll just add these images. I will just copy and paste this into assets images, blog 1 and blog 2. It's simply any images would fine. We're just learning how to add images. To add images, you know the format. If you know HTML, it's simple. We are going to add it below to content image src. We will just give blog 1, maybe blog.image, because we haven't added in anywhere. Maybe we will come back for that. Just we'll come back. This is how we will add images, but this is not, we are going to maintain it. Even if not, you won't see anything here. See, that's error because it won't be like that, because we have to add that in blog. I mean model. We don't have model here. Image. We'll maintain this because we are taking a string value, the path value, right? So we'll maintain this as a string, and go to views. We'll add the anywhere blog.1. Just add the object, okay? Image, and path would be, what is the path? Images, or just blog 1, because that's one thing that we will learn additionally, like how to set a variable in Jinja, but we might not use in the future, like when we use database and all. But it's nice to learn for any other purposes. Okay, blog 1 dot, the first one is JPG format, JPG, and blog 2 is PNG format. You could see here JPG and PNG. I'll just add it. Let's see whether it's not displaying, but it won't, obviously. For that, we'll have to call this, right? So as usual, we'll call maybe blog.image. Will it work? It didn't work. Let me check what is the problem here. It's just blog.image, but it didn't call static file. Maybe we'll have to include load static. Let's check. Load static. We had included load static also. Still, it's not working because the full path is it is inside inside images and assets images, and the images are available. For this, we have to create one, not here, we have to create one variable and then add it here. Okay, what we will do is go to index, just create one variable, Django variable. It is static and images as image path. Okay, what we'll do is create, we'll add this here. I hope it works now. Yeah, so this is it. This is how we add images. Something is wrong here. Maybe something, what is the problem here? I'm just saying images. Did we do something wrong? Blog one dot image. This should be blog 2 because it doesn't have, while looping it missed. Okay, we got 2 images. Maybe this is a very big image. We can even adjust it like quickly. We can even change like here we can change it to, what is it, width maybe 400. This will adjust to some format. Yeah, so this is how we work with static files, especially css and css and images. There are more things we should learn in upcoming videos, like how to create databases and how to integrate, how to connect database, how to get data from database, and how to work with static files when viewing the databases. All those things will be learning. There are something will be changed here that we'll learn in the next videos. So thank you for watching my video. Please, if you have not subscribed my video, please subscribe. I'm spending a lot of time to prepare and making this video. And please like and share. Please provide your feedback. I've been improving the video quality, and your feedback will help me a lot. Thank you so much.